While many may know the Flash as Barry Allen or Wally West, there have been many Flashes. The first was Jay Garrick from the Golden Age. He first debuted in Flash Comics #1 in 1940 and is a pretty fun character. He's often these days seen as more of a supporting character, such as on the JSA, of which he was a founding member. But maybe you want to spend a little more time with Jay Garrick, so here are 3 stories to check out if you love the Jay Garrick version of the Flash. The first feels almost mandatory. It's the Flash 134 from 1998. The cover calls it A Day in the Life of the Flash. Inside it's called Still Life in the Fast Lane. It's by Grant Morrison and Mark Miller, Paul Ryan pencils, John Nyberg inks, and Tom McCraw colors. It takes place while Jay is covering for Wally, who's the Flash at that time because Wally is injured. And it's just what the cover promises. It's a day in the life. You get to see what Jay does, who he saves, and it's all against the backdrop of him trying to save his former foe, the Thinker, who's dying of cancer, but whom he's befriended over the years. You get to see his and Joan's relationship, how he fits in with other heroes, and the story also does this self-indulgent bit, which is interesting in retrospect, where it detours to complain about grimdark heroes of the 90s. It's a solid issue, and Jay really stands out. And in general, it's just a nice standalone issue. Next is the Flash 161 from the year 2000. Honeymoon in Vegas, written by Pat McGreal, Paul Pelletier on pencils, Doug Hazelwood inks, and Tom McCraw on colors again. This is a downtime story, some would call it filler, others character development. In it, Jay tells the story of his and Joan's honeymoon that kinda wasn't in 1947. It's a cute story about Jay trying to have a honeymoon when the JSA come and crash it because they want to try and throw him a bachelor party. So he has to balance hanging out with his friends, not being rude, really wanting to get back to his wife and her lingerie, and also a surprise heist that ends up being pulled by the Shade, the Fiddler, and the Thinker. It's an enjoyable story with lots of love for the JSA and the Golden Age, and it even features his comic relief sidekicks, the Dum-Dums. Finally, we have the Flash 123 from 1961. This one's here for more of a historic perspective, but it's also a nice Jay moment. This is the Flash of Two Worlds by Gardner Fox, one of Jay's creators, and Carmine Infantino, and it's the first Earth 1 and Earth 2 crossover story for DC. This one establishes the concept. In this story, Barry Allen vibrates over to Earth 2 and meets Jay Garrick, the Flash, and he learns that that Flash is real. He'd read about him over in his universe, but he learns that there is an actual second Earth where those adventures happened. This one takes the time to treat Jay and the Golden Age heroes as important. It's an adventure where you get to see Barry and Jay team up to take on the Shade, the Fiddler, and the Thinker. Those 3 just like to work together, even though it rarely works out for them. This one starts off the whole multiple Earth thing, so maybe from that perspective some may not enjoy it. It actually eventually leads to the first Crisis, Justice League 21 from 1963. Crisis on Earth 1, and it's finished off the next issue with Crisis on Earth 2. This is just a nice easing in Silver Age story and has some nice Jay moments. There are of course so many other stories out there. What are some of your favorite Jay stories? And who should we talk about next?